Ready? Yep. Coming to you live tonight from West York Area High School, it's Todd Edwards along with my broadcast partner, Brandy Shope, and we are in for a big matchup here tonight. But Brandy, you have some things to say before we kick things off in our pregame show.
So tonight's contest is in loving memory of West York Tom and Marty Savage. The Savages spent many years teaching and coaching the West York football. We appreciate all of their time and support, and thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's game. We miss you.
And let's jump right into it after that. Brandy, West York comes in with a 15-4 record, playing host to Eastern York, who comes in with an 18-3 record. This is really for the division title in Division II today in YIAA, and a big matchup, and West York seems to have had their number as of late.
Yeah, West York has been playing extremely well. Their top scorer is senior Grady Hoffman. He's 6'9" points per game. Last game against Suburban, which was going to be the other kind of tiebreaker.
Yes.
Chase Christopher hit 6 3-pointers to have 21 points in that game. And then following that is senior Luke Hoffman, Brady's twin brother, featuring 8.8 points a game. And last time during Eastern's game, he had 16 points. So they've kind of been on fire. They have a consistent bench. They rotate around 7 guys in to really share the basketball. Last time at Eastern, it wasn't much of a contest, but this time could be a different story.
Could be a different story. On Eastern's ledger, of course, it starts with senior Carter Walmsley, 6'7" Carter Walmsley, a D2 commit to Gannon University and a 1,000-point scorer. He's really kind of the engine of the car for this Eastern York team. Keep an eye on Carter Walmsley. Also, Brady Seitz, a 3-year starter, averaging 10 points per game. Another player to keep an eye on, Noah Cunningham, along with Bryce Nicholson and Wes Crumley, all Eastern York players to keep an eye on tonight. And let's talk a little bit about the tail of the tape, Brandy. First for West York, how many points they're averaging per game and how many they're giving up.
So West York is averaging 53 points per game. They're 11th right now. In defense, they're giving up about 40 points per game. Their field goal percentage is 62.6% right now, so they're shooting very well.
They are, and conversely for Eastern York, they're averaging 60 points a game, only giving up 44 points per game, and their free throw percentage, nearly 63% from the free throw. You heard the buzzer. We're going to make our way up to the broadcast booth. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards, you're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game. Welcome back. The starting five for Eastern: Brady Seitz, Noah Cunningham, Wes Crumley, Bryce Nicholson, and Carter Walmsley. Now the player introductions for West York. Hey, how you doing, man?
During our national anthem, we ask that everyone display dignity and respect for our flag, a symbol of freedom that was won by the millions of men and women who have defended and continue to defend our great nation. Let's honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem here at West York High School on Youth Night tonight. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards. But that was probably one of our quickest pregame shows as we kind of sprinted up here to the broadcast booth. And we are moments away from tip-off. Do want to give you the starting five for West York. Conrad Beatty, Jaden Kohler, Chase Cristofoletti, Luke Hoffman, and Grady Hoffman are your starting five for West York. And we are moments away from tip-off here from West York, and a nice crowd has settled in here, Brandy. I know you know a thing or two about West York.
Just one or
Just
two.
one or two things.
Born and raised. Excited to be in this gym, spending a lot of time in a different gym. It's nice to be back home. What we can expect from tonight's contest, I believe, is a lot of grit, a lot of going back and forth. West York likes to slow their pace and keep things calm, cool, and collected. Eastern York's going to look to push the ball tonight. Carter Walmsley is obviously who they're going to want to feed the most.
Yeah, and he's getting ready to tip off against Conrad Beatty, and we are underway. Eastern moving right to left on your TV screen in their blue jerseys with yellow numbers. West York in their white jerseys with blue numbers. And the first possession for the Golden Knights. And we thank you for tuning in this Friday night to Sports Shooting Stars with your bottled water and popcorn for an entertaining game in YIAA Division II action. Walmsley for the put-in. 1,000-point scorer, and he just continues to add to his point total.
And I believe it was last year at this time he scored 1,000 points.
He
right
did.
here in West York Gym.
Popped up about on my feed about from 1 year ago, correct, Brandy? And of course, his head coach, Justin Seitz, no stranger. He's part of the 1,000-point club for Eastern York.
As well as
His brother, both over 1,000 points scored. And
they each have a travel.
nice move by Kohler. The first points for West York, and we're knotted up here early in the first quarter. Yeah, it's kind of like Sitesville. You've heard that term, Sitesville. Ariana Seitz, 1,000-point scorer, who's now at Clarion. Her sister, Emerson, playing tonight against the West York team at the Castle. The girls' game being featured.
Back to Carter
Walmsley fouled. And Carter will head to the charity stripe. Carter Walmsley averaging 20 points per game. That's third in the YIAA. And he's off to a hot start right now with 3 points. And you can hear the student section for West York. They're rather vocal.
And he sinks in second.
Eastern York, it looks like it's a blackout for Eastern York.
Eastern York's running a man-to-man offense right now.
And West York swinging it around, trying to be patient and find their shot. Want to thank our behind-the-camera operator tonight, Carter Scappa. who provides the Scappa report. He's operating the camera tonight as well.
Easton working the ball around right now.
Now it's their opportunity. Walmsley thought about it.
Easton gets a rebound.
Walmsley sinks it. 6 points for Carter Walmsley as we are just under 6 minutes here in the opening quarter and a 6-2 lead for Eastern York. We talked about how important this game is, and also if York Suburban were to win tonight, it could potentially be a three-way tie if Eastern wins tonight. So a lot on the line here tonight at West York High School. And the bank is open. How about it? For Bryce Nicholson. Yes. Late hours this Friday, but the bank is open for Bryce Nicholson. Big shot for Bryce.
Westbrook taking his time to work the ball around. Chase
Cristofoletti with his first points. And he's a rising player and just a sophomore for West York.
Yeah, he was a key player last year, taking his time, getting his time in, and this year he has been a very big part of West York.
Yeah, he hit 6 threes against York Suburban. Well, bounced out of bounds, last touch by Eastern. It'll be West York's possession.
They're going to have to limit their turnovers on both teams. I mean, this is going to be a game of who makes the least amount of mistakes.
And clearly home court advantage tonight for West York. And the bank.
Open for Grady Hoffman.
Grady Hoffman banking it in here with a big tray. Walmsley delivers.
He's going to give Carter 8 out of the 11 points.
Yeah, 8 already. And we talked earlier in the pregame show, kind of the engine to the car, and he's certainly, that car's warmed up now. West York down baseline. Fouled on that play, Conrad Beatty. And this is a fairly young team, West York, just 2 seniors. So I think you're going to be here in West York for the next couple years, led by their head coach, Garrett Bull. Bull in his 9th year, a 2004 Red Lion grad, comes in with a record of 118 and 78. Oh for 2 from the charity stripe for Conrad Beatty. And now Eastern with the possession. It's Brady Seitz, 3-year starter, averaging 10 points per game. You may remember his brother Trevor playing at Marywood University.
Oh, I was almost a turn.
Yeah, you just over 3 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Walmsley shot misses, rebounded by West York. Hoffman thought about a 3. West York now being patient offensively, trying to find their shot. A 3-point shot in and out of the bucket. Rebounded by Eastern York. Down low to Walmsley, who's fouled on the play. It'll send Walmsley to the charity stripe. Walmsley leads all scorers with 8 points. A Gannon University commit out of Erie County. Gannon, for those that may be wondering.
And that foul was on Conrad Beatty.
Walmsley, first free throw in and out of the bucket. Who'll have another opportunity. Eastern led by their head coach Justin Seitz in his 6th year for Eastern. Comes in with a 93-52 record, and let's not forget a 1,000-point score for Eastern.
These two coaches have battled it out multiple times.
Yes.
They know how each other coaches. They know what's coming on either side. That's the interesting part, watching them make their adjustments. There is no secret here between the two of them.
They know each other extremely well. And a timeout on the court with your score, Eastern York 12, West York 7. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you, and it would probably be a good time to mention some of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of Dover, Your Medicare Solutions, YMCA of York, Piccolo's Friendly Movers, Fairview Early Learning, Basil Insurance with our good friend Greg Basil, BLM Construction and Remodeling with Brian Singer, Vertical Raise, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, Wise Printing, and S3 Performance Training with John Turpak and Ron Johnson, all sponsors, and we appreciate their support of Sports Shooting Stars as we are coming off the timeout. West York's possession. They have the ball, looking to cut into Eastern York's lead. Down by 5, 12-7. On Youth Night here at West York, our final regular season broadcast. Hoffman kicks it out. 3-point shot. Misses. Last district title for West York was in 2007. Eastern York, if you remember, last year was their last District 3 title. Seitz drives to the net, and the put in for Brady Seitz. His first points tonight. A 3-year starter, as we mentioned, for Brady Seitz.
2 new players in the game, Jensen Ferber, who's a freshman. And also Brecken Lasher, who's a sophomore. Brecken brings some height to go against Carter,
definitely. Carter comes in at 6'7". And a scramble for the ball, rebounded by West York.
Eastern not happy with that call.
No,
Carter Walmsley getting a block as Jaden Kohler drives to the basket.
Jaden Kohler, 5'11" junior, point guard for West York, now at the charity stripe, has 2 points, looking to add to his point total with 1:16 remaining in the opening quarter. Kohler sinks it. Have another opportunity. Luke Hoffman checks back in as Grady has a seat on the bench.
And the score is 14-8 Eastern York. If I'm Carter, I'm standing out there too. I'm waiting for them to come out. Why not waste the clock? There's absolutely no reason not to.
Well, and you mentioned Brecken Lasher, a sophomore, listed at 6'5", be matched up on Carter Walmsley there. The battle of the bigs. It's Walmsley with the ball. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. A nice crowd has settled in here at West York. We thank you, fans, for tuning in this Friday night, visiting Eastern York Knights versus West York Bulldogs. And Brandy, it seems as if Eastern York's content to take the final shot of the first quarter, bleeding some time off the clock.
That's often West York's strategy as well, so it's interesting to see that they're both kind of running that same type of style or play.
A drive to the bucket by Anson Morcos, who you can hear, he hit the hardwood hard. The senior will head to the charity stripe. And Eastern York, 10 seniors. They're a very senior-heavy team. Marcos with his first shot. The 10 seniors. Carter Walmsley's going to check out for a few moments as Emmett Morkos comes in.
That's Anson's brother.
There you go. He's going to get some playing time. 11.2 seconds remaining.
Misses it, gets his own rebound. Misses the shot. Freshman Jensen Ferber pushes it up.
Hoffman with the ball. Drive to the net. Nice
Good
pass
to Brecken Lasher.
to Brecken Lasher, and his first points tonight as the buzzer sounds. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score. Eastern York 15, West York 10. Brandy, I'll ask you your thoughts on first quarter action here from West York High School.
This is exactly what I was expecting. It's going to be back and forth. I mean, Carter came out hot and heavy. He needs to keep consistent if Eastern wants to pursue moving forward. West York spends a lot of time passing the ball. They like to work the ball around. They run a nice motion offense. They rotate between 7 players to try to keep things fresh. But both teams patient
Yes,
on offense.
You can see that, and that's been on display here in the first quarter. Thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight. As you can see, the cheerleaders, along with the youth cheerleaders, are here as well. I knew it was going to be a packed house as I made my way into West York well before the JV started, and the parking lot was full. And
it was
a great
full.
turnout this Friday night, as this is our final regular season broadcast. And continue to follow Sports Shooting Stars on our Facebook and Instagram page. We're going to be popping up for the county championships, which it's hard to believe the February frenzy will start here
I
very
get so
shortly.
excited. It's my favorite time of year. We wanted to mention again a thank you to the sports family for memorializing their parents, Tom and Marty Savage. Again, they were huge supporters of West York Area School District, both teaching and coaching. Sponsors of tonight's game, as well as...
We have a multitude of them.
We'll split
Let's
them
jump
here.
into it. Yeah, let's. We're coming back. We'll get to that.
We'll grab them at halftime.
The start of the second quarter is upon us, and we will mention them throughout the broadcast, our sponsors.
Just remember, they are at the bottom of our screen. You can see our sponsors throughout the broadcast. West York taking their time, working the ball around.
You mentioned moments ago being patient. Both teams very patient offensively, not forcing a lot of shots.
Jaden Kohler for 3. Rebounded by Eastern York.
Brady Seitz brings the ball up for Eastern York. Eastern with a 5-point lead, 15-10. Just got underway here in the second quarter. Leading scorer, Carter Walmsley, with 9 points, leads all scorers tonight. Seitz, big 3 by Brady Seitz. Gives Brady Seitz 5 points.
West York needs to take the opportunity to move things around and make things happen right now.
An 8-point lead for Eastern York, 18-10. West York with the possession. West York maintains possession.
Wide open look to Luke Hoffman underneath. Unfortunately, West York tried to force it. Eastern out of bounds. It's going to be West York ball.
You mentioned the Hoffman twins, both senior, the only seniors for West York.
They're no stranger. Their father's part of the 1,000-point club. And their sister was also a West York basketball player.
West York's possession.
A hold on the floor.
Oh.
The foul's going to be on Matthew Zerby.
West York maintains possession. Hoffman for three and sinks
and it's
it.
good. Brady Hoffman's back in
Luke
the game.
Hoffman with three.
Oh, good move to the basket.
Nice move to the net.
That was a great spin move.
Yes, Matthew Zerby, his first points.
Freshman Jensen Ferber.
Jensen Ferber played a little quarterback here for West York in the fall.
So he's
The
no
freshman.
stranger to pressure as a freshman.
Oh, exactly.
West York taking their time to work the ball around.
As we approach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Eastern with the lead, 20-13, and a big Division II matchup in the YIAA.
Brady Hoffman for three.
For three.
Rebounded by Conrad Beatty.
The kick
Jaden
out.
Kohler for three. Long.
Rebounded by Eastern York. As Brady Seitz now brings the ball up court. He has 5 points in tonight's game. As you can hear Coach Seitz giving his team instruction high atop the broadcast booth here at West York. Always coaching. Seitz with the ball. Nice pass.
And Eastern York with the timeout.
Timeout on the court with 4:22 remaining before halftime. And your score, Eastern York 20, West York 13.
And I'll go ahead and take a deep breath here.
Take a deep breath. We have a bevy of sponsors. Go ahead, Brandon.
We have OSS Health, Thornton Automotive Dover, Your Medicare Solutions, the YMCA of York, Piccolo Friendly Movers, Fairview Early Learning Center, Basil Insurance with our good friend Greg Basil, Gamlet, BLM Construction and Remodeling with Brian Singer. Brian Singer is a big Eastern fan.
He is an Eastern
so
fan.
I know he's
coaching
watching
Red
right
Lion
now. He's coaching Red Lion.
Yeah, I think Red Lion has a game tonight.
We also have Vertical Rays. We have York Elite AAU Basketball with Jeremy Overlander, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, Wise Printing Company, S3 Performance Training with John Turpak and Ron Johnson.
Catch your breath, Brandy. As we mentioned, a bevy of sponsors, and we appreciate their support. We appreciate your support for tuning in this Friday.
For another exciting game. It seems like the games that we've had this year have all been super
Exciting.
intense
Yeah,
games.
they have
I'm not
been
trying
intense.
to pat ourselves on the back
No,
for picking
not at
these
all.
games, but
But-
we're doing a pretty good job here.
And I'm sure things will get turned up a notch come playoff time for the counties, which start in earnest next Friday.
I can't wait.
And the finals will be February 13th and 14th, and then you move into districts and ultimately states.
It's like our own little March Madness.
It is, yes, right. Yeah.
Jaden Kohler with the ball. Brady Hoffman drives. Little hard off the glass on that one.
See Walmsley check back in after sitting on the bench for a few moments.
And there's going to be an offensive foul on number 12, Cole Runkle from Eastern York, swinging the momentum back to West York.
It'll be West York's possession. 3:51 remaining here before halftime. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards, Carter Scappa from the Scappa Report here as well. Behind the camera, manning the camera tonight. Rocking his York College swag. And a steal. Eastern York comes up with it. Nice pass. But Hoffman with the
back steal.
Picked a pocket of sorts a little bit.
West York taking the time to work the ball
Hoffman
around.
drives to the net. Shot misses.
Eastern York's going to try to slow it down here.
Eastern York with a 7-point lead.
Brady Seitz drives the
Seitz
basket. A little too hard for him.
As we approach the 3-minute mark. It was Jaden Kohler fouled on the play. Who headed to the charity stripe? He'll have 2 opportunities here from the free throw line. Looking to cut into Eastern York's lead. Drains the first one. 4 points for Jaden Kohler. Leads his team. Make it 5 for Jaden Kohler. And a timeout on the court with 3:06 remaining before halftime. Your score, Eastern York 20, West York 15. And I mentioned moments ago how they're cutting into the lead. West York clawing back into this game, Brandy.
We knew that this is the type of game that was going to happen. Back and forth, little by little. I honestly am surprised that we haven't seen a shift between who's in the lead. I mean, Eastern came out hot. They were able to keep it, but West York's creeping in little by little. They're slowly and methodically working the ball around, sinking some shots. It's not always their typical. I'm not seeing a ton of three-point shots, which you normally see from West York. They're really working the ball in and hitting some great mid-ranges.
It all adds up for a great game here at West York between 2 great schools going at it, slugging it out here on Friday night. And we're back coming off the timeout. Brady Seitz with the ball. As he brings the ball up court.
As we mentioned, if West York wins tonight, they clinch the division. If they lose, it is potentially a 3-way tie between Eastern, Suburban, and West York.
Could be a 3-way division title then, shared among 3 teams here, depending upon the outcome of this game. Walmsley with the ball. Matthew Zerby.
Gonna give a foul on West York's Conrad Beatty, and that's going to be his 2nd foul.
Inbound pass.
Eastern York misses the first layup.
Yeah,
Had a second attempt, missed it again. Rebound by
It seems
Luke
like there's a
Hoffman.
lid on both nets here for the teams here as we wind down before halftime. 2 minutes and counting. West York with the possession.
Coach Bull wanting them to swing the ball around and really make some moves. Chase
And a
Cristofoletti
drive.
drives for 2. That's his 4th point of the game.
4 points for
It's Eastern York
Cristofoletti.
20, West York 17.
6'3" sophomore for West York. Deep 3.
And it's
sinks
good.
it. Noah Cunningham. His first points. Senior. Big 3 for Eastern York. And matching buckets here of sort. We'll see what West York can do.
Yeah, we saw no scoring, then
And now-
back to back.
There's so much for the lid being on the net. The big 3. Cristofoletti with 7 points. As we are under the 1 minute mark. Feeding it, the ball down low to Walmsley. That shot does not count.
It's being held before the shot, and that foul's going to be on Luke Hoffman.
But it will send. The ball still on Eastern York's side. Their possession. Big 3 by Brady Seitz.
He's definitely a sniper. Now, much like Eastern, I believe West York's going to hold here at this last shot.
A 6-point lead for Eastern York, 26-20. It's the final seconds.
They're going to try to swing the momentum going into halftime.
And what better way than a possible 3-point play here? as the seconds tick off as we approach the 15-second mark. Hoffman with the ball. When we talk about patience, they're having it. Hoffman puts the ball up, misses.
Conrad Beatty goes.
And a scramble for the ball. Eastern with the possession as the clock expires with your score at halftime. Eastern York 26, West York 20. And what a first half here from West York High School. Carter Walmsley leads Eastern with 9, followed by Brady Seitz, 8 points. For West York, Chase Cristofalente with 7 points, followed by Jaden Kohler with 5 points. It all adds up right now to an Eastern lead, 26-20 here as it's halftime. And your thoughts of first half action?
I keep saying the same thing, but this is exactly what I had expected. I mean, both of these coaches are tenured coaches. They've played against each other many times. They both have a lot of wins. They were going to... Tonight it's going to come to who's shooting the best and who makes the least mistakes. I mean, their teams are pretty evenly matched. West York has a little bit more of a youth on their side. However, Eastern has a couple newer players coming in here, but they're both disciplined. They're passing the ball well. They're moving the ball well. Both of them are running a slower offense.
And it's been a great first half of action. We want to remind the fans to stay tuned to more Sports Shooting Stars as we take a brief time out. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game
to you.
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones. Welcome back, sports fans. Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope, coming to you live tonight from West York High School. And
So, Todd, what do you think we're going to see here in this second half?
I think we're going to continue to see the patience as a student makes, a three-point shot here. We're going to continue to see patience from both teams, and it'll be interesting to see what adjustments West York makes as they made their way out the locker room here to start the second half.
I think we're going to see a lot of the same. I'll be interested to see. I think the first one to really come out with a spark is going to seal the deal here because it's such a close game. 8 minutes a quarter. They're going to have to come out
final
strong.
16 minutes as we are underway. Now Eastern York will be moving left to right on your TV screen.
Feeding to Carter Walmsley. Eastern being patient there.
Yeah, with their first possession of the second half. And denied there as West York comes up with the ball. And a travel called. It'll be Eastern York's possession.
So scoreless on the first two possessions here.
As the West York student section trying to rally their team, down by 6, just underway here in the third quarter.
I see some of the York High basketball players in the building checking out who they might play in counties here. I also see my buddy Kenny in the Special Olympics, and a lot of the West York football team is here watching the game tonight. So we have a big crowd of all types of people.
A big game brings out a lot of people here. We're seeing this tonight. A standing room only crowd here as they're standing around the upper seating bowl here at West York. Bulldogs ball, inbound pass.
To Conrad Beatty. I thought he was going to put that right in.
Three-point shot by Hoffman, misses, rebounded by the Bulldogs.
Grady to Conrad. Tips off of his hand, and it's going to be Eastern York ball.
Neither team has scored here to start the third quarter. It's
minute and a half with no scoring there. We did say that, West York averages about 53 points a game. Right now that they have 20.
Sights three-point shot.
It's off Carter Walmsley.
Yeah, and conversely, Eastern York averaging 60 points per game, only giving up 44 points.
And they did call the foul there on the floor.
And it'll send Carter Walmsley. No, it's on the floor. Correction, on the floor.
Yep. And they called that on Luke Hoffman. That's his third. Nope, his second.
Brady Sights baseline.
It really is how similar the two teams are playing right now.
Three-point shot.
Too hard. Eastern with the rebound. Brady Sights drives in, and he's fouled.
He's fouled as he goes to the net for a possible shot. He'll head to the charity stripe.
That's going to be Conrad's third foul.
Third foul on Conrad Beatty. Brady Sights with 8 points, looking to add to his point total.
And it's good.
9 points for Brady Sights.
Hey, Brady's been playing since he was a freshman. I mean, these points right here should be free points for Eastern. He's an excellent shooter.
2 for 2 from the charity stripe. as Brady Seitz hits double digits. 10 points and an 8-point lead for Eastern, 28-20 with 5:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
Make sure as you're watching this game, you're thinking about who could be our defensive hard hat player of the game and who should be our sports shooting stars player of the game.
Yeah, we'll make our way down to the hardwood floor post-game for a post-game show.
Ball deflected by Eastern, but picked right back up by West York.
West York being patient.
Turnover by
Eastern
Chase.
comes up with it.
Chase Cristofoletti to Carter Walmsley, kicked out for three. It's too long.
Too long on that shot.
Rebound by Conrad Beatty. West York.
A little banter going on between the Eastern York student section and West York student section here.
Brady Hoffman looks to move the ball. Chase drives. And it's off Carter Walmsley's leg. Checking in is Brecken Lasher and Jensen Ferber. And checking in for Eastern is Blake Manzanet.
Blake's first playing time here tonight. West York's possession.
Into Jaden Kohler for three.
Kohler sinks it.
Good.
Big three. For Jaden Kohler, it gives Jaden 8 points.
And quickly, it's a 5-point game again.
Seitz with the ball.
And a turnover by Eastern York.
Talked about those mistakes earlier in the game, and turnover for Eastern York. West York's possession now. A 5-point lead for Eastern York, 28-23 as we approach the 3:30 mark in the third quarter.
Three by Chase Cristofoletti, and it's good.
Big three.
And just like that, Todd, it is a 2-point ball game. West York 26, Eastern York 28.
It's 10 points.
And it's going to be a timeout for Eastern York to think that over.
Yeah, for Chase Cristofoletti. 10 points. He hits double digits. A timeout on the court with 3:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Eastern York 28, West York 26. We talk about it. They're kind of crawling back into this. West York.
Yeah, both teams being patient. West York just hitting their big shots right now.
No doubt about it, and what a battle between these two schools. I want to remind the fans that are tuned in to continue to follow Sports Shooting Stars on our Facebook and Instagram page for the latest updates, our latest broadcast of games, which, of course, next Friday, to be more specific, the county championships start in the YIAA, and have a feeling we'll be out and about over the course of the next week or two, where it will all culminate with the boys championship being played February 13th and the girls on Valentine's Day, February 14th.
And we're coming back, Todd, in the third quarter. 3:19 left in the third. West York 26, Eastern York 28. Eastern with the ball.
Attempted to feed the ball down low to Carter Walmsley.
And that's going to be Luke Hoffman's third foul.
Inbound pass to Walmsley, making it look easy.
Eastern York needs to go back to that tactic. Feed Walmsley the ball. West York cannot contain him.
Yeah, 11
Chase
points for Carter Walmsley.
To to the corner. Both teams are playing great.
And a scramble for the
Eastern has
ball.
the
West
ball.
York comes up with it. And the put in.
That was a great hustle by
yeah.
Luke Hoffman. Stripped the ball on the floor, able to throw it to Chase Cristofoletti for 2.
Chris Valetti now with 12 points. He leads all scorers. He's come on strong here for West York, and just a sophomore, 6'3" sophomore. West York just down by 2, 30-28. Feeding the ball down low, you mentioned to Carter Walmsley. They like that matchup.
Regan Lasher fouls Carter and sends him to the line.
Walmsley
And it's good.
with 12 points.
He's the leading scorer for Eastern.
Eastern,
right now.
yes. And Chase Cristofoletti has 12 points for West York. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe for Carter Walmsley.
Anson is out and Noah Cunningham is in for Eastern York.
Three-point shot. Sinks it for Jaden Kohler.
And now it's a 1-point ball game.
Wow, 11 points for Jaden Kohler. As you mentioned, just a 1-point lead. Timeout on the court with 2:04 remaining. Eastern York clinging to a 1-point lead, 32-31.
Now,
And maybe some late game heroics here for West York as we near the end of the third quarter.
Eastern needs to go back to getting Carter the ball. That's how it started. He's drawing the fouls underneath. Right now, West York has 4 fouls against him. Every foul after this, they're going to be at the foul line. That needs to be the strategy right now for Eastern. West York needs to keep firing away. Chase Cristofoletti, Jaden Kohler, they're hot right now.
Yeah, they are, no doubt about it. Put the ball in either one of the players' hands there for West York, Kohler or Cristofoletti. They are delivering for their team tonight. Just down by 1 as there's a timeout on the court. Be a good time to mention some of our sponsors for Sports Shooting Stars: OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of Dover, Your Medicare Solutions, YMCA of York, Piccolo's Friendly Movers, Fairview Early Learning Center, Basil Insurance with our good friend Greg Basil, BLM Construction and Remodeling with Brian Singer, Vertical Rays, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, Wise Printing, and S3 Performance with John Turpak and Ron Johnson, all sponsors for Sports Shooting Stars.
And of course, this game is being played in memory of Tom and Marty Savage. Take a deep breath, Todd. That's
Yes.
a plethora of
Oh, yeah, no
sponsors.
doubt.
And also, we are looking for sponsors as we come into counties. If you're interested in getting your business out there, please reach out to us. We would love to have you as part of our programming. Eastern York for 3. Too long. Chase Cristofoletti with the rebound.
West York now with the ball.
And they have the opportunity
Bring it-
right now to take the first
take
lead
them.
of the game.
And
And
the
it's
put
good.
in by Jaden Kohler. And the and one opportunity. 13 points for Jaden Kohler, 5'11" junior. Keeping his composure. And that gives West York, I believe, the first of their lead tonight.
Yes.
33-32.
Justin making some subs right now, trying to put some size back in here.
Kohler at the charity stripe.
And it's good.
A 3-point play for Jaden Kohler. 14 points for Jaden Kohler, who leads all scorers tonight.
They don't call him Jay Shooter for no reason.
I see. Sights to the net and the easy put in for Brady Sights. 12 points for the senior.
And it's a tie
And it
score.
ties this ball game up 34-34. Crash the boards, and it looks like Eastern comes out with it. Sights brings the ball up. Transition.
Look like we have maybe a sprained ankle here for Anson from Eastern York trying to work it out.
Trying to play through it. baseline. Yeah, Anson Morcos, senior, hobbling on his ankle. He's going to have a seat on the bench.
And he's being replaced by his brother, Emmett
Morcos. 54.1 seconds remain. The inbound pass to Brady Seitz. Hoffman wants that ball, trying to rip it away from Walmsley.
What West York doesn't want to do is they don't want any stupid fouls here, because that's going to send them right to the line.
And it would appear as if Eastern's going to hold for their final shot of the third quarter. We're all tied up 34-34. West York has made the comeback. The feed down low to Walmsley. At halftime, Eastern York had a 6-point lead. Well, now, as I said, it's tied up. Grady Hoffman pleading his case to the official. Fouled on the play.
Whether it's on the floor or not, that's a fifth foul, and that is going to send Carter right to the line here.
Walmsley with 13 points, looking to add to his point total. These are big shots here right now in a tie game.
And he sinks the first one, and Eastern now has the lead.
Yeah, so 1-point lead as Walmsley's facing the student section of West York, not making it easy on Carter Walmsley, the senior Gannon commit. Have another opportunity. 14 points, make it 15 for Carter Walmsley. And a 2-point lead for Eastern York, 36-34 as we approach the 10-second mark here in the third quarter. Deep three, and drains it.
And it's good.
Big three by Jaden Kohler as the buzzer expires. That was a big shot, and 17 points for Jaden Kohler. Let's talk about it, Brandy.
I mean, Jay Shooter, huge shot there, huge momentum booster. There was 14 seconds left on the clock. West York works the ball.
Yeah.
He had a hand in his face and sinked it to put West York up by one.
That's
37-36. West York leads head into the fourth quarter. Todd?
We mentioned it. Yeah, we mentioned it. Do not go anywhere. It should be a very entertaining final 8 minutes here. And we oftentimes talk about it. It may come down to the final shot, Brandy, right here on the hard. The home of the West York Bugs, clinging now 1.30 in a row. The very entertaining through three from West.
We said West York normally has about 53 points, usually has 6 opponents, 44. That hold from a perspective for both of them.
For both teams.
Both.
She mentioned the defense averaging 60 points. They're well below their average, but it's been everything we've advertised and wanted here tonight between Eastern York and West York. Our final regular season broadcast. And 8 minutes are soon upon us here.
And it's going to be West York basketball coming into the fourth quarter.
And the inbound pass to Jay Shooter, as you say. He leads all scorers with 17 points. Great performance. Jay Shooter.
That's 19.
Wow, 19 points. And a 3-point lead now for the Bulldogs, 39-36. The nice feed down low, blocked.
The foul on Jaden Kohler there. Eastern had the opportunity underneath the basket. I blew that wide open layup, but they did remain and recover the ball.
Coach Sykes has a few words for the official there. 7:14 remaining here in regulation. It'll be Eastern's possession as Emmett Morkos passes the ball into Brady Seitz.
And it's going to drive to the basket. Misses. Carter with the rebound. Misses that. Brecken Lasher. And there's going to be a foul on the play from Eastern York. West York's ball underneath the basket. The momentum is shifting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Early on, Eastern had that momentum, but now you said, Brandy, West York, the momentum's on their side.
I mean, they're in the home court. They know they hold this lead in the next 7 minutes, and they're the division champs.
A lot on the line for West York tonight, as it is for Eastern York. It's going to be a great battle the final 6 minutes plus here at West York. West York with the possession and the three-point lead, 39-36.
West York's going to take their time. They're going to move the ball. They're going to let the clock roll down, and they're only going to take wide-open shots here.
And I remember from past broadcasts with West York, they love to bleed the clock.
They do.
When they have a lead, and we're seeing that on display right now.
When Pennsylvania gets the shot clock, West York will need to change their offense.
It'll be interesting to see if that's ever implemented here in the PIAA.
I feel like it's coming.
Well, you have it at the collegiate and professional level. I mean, it just would make sense, but we'll see if how that plays out over the course of the next couple of seasons. So we are under the 6-minute mark.
A foul on the floor on number 32 from Eastern, Bryce Nicholson. West York
Bryce Nicholson
was able to bleed almost a minute off the clock there.
5:54 remaining in regulation.
Remember to let us know who you think the player of the game should be and the defensive player of the game.
Yeah, it's never too early to start thinking about who they will be, as we'll make our way on the court post-game for our player of the game, hard hat player of the game as well.
And remember, we are looking for sponsors, the county championship, the county, all parts of the counties.
Yeah, whether we go from counties to districts and then ultimately to states. And it'll be interesting to see how many teams out of the YAIAA make it to districts and ultimately states, Brandy, as the basketball season heats up.
Oh, and that's going to be a steal. Wow, Carter Walmsley steals the ball, then Brecken Lasher dives to the ball. It looked like either they were out of bounds on that play. I didn't see a foul called.
No foul. But West York with the possession.
Eastern York really putting on the pressure there, trying to go for a trap here with their guards, trying to force a turnover.
Down low. You can see a jump ball called.
And that's going to be Eastern York possession.
Eastern York brings the ball up court.
Oh, it's too far.
Too far down. Yeah,
too far lead there.
See, the intention there was to pass to number 34, Carter Walmsley. Just threw it out of bounds.
Grady Hoffman checking back in the game. Eastern York running a 1-2-2 right now.
Feed down low.
Wow.
West York.
And it's off.
For three.
Eastern York going to push the ball up. Carter Walmsley thinking, gets the ball underneath.
And again, their intentions are to feed it down low in the post to Carter Walmsley.
And that's going to be the 4th foul there for Brecken Lasher.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on, Brandy. That's 4 fouls for Brecken. He's been a presence out there.
From a defensive standpoint,
yes.
he's been doing a nice job. Conrad Beatty, who they just put in, also has 3 fouls. So they get their bigs out of there, they're going to be in big trouble.
Down low to Walmsley. 17 points for Carter Walmsley. And Eastern York down by 1, 39-38 as we approach the 4-minute mark.
West York going to do more of a Carolina situation. They're definitely...
A timeout on the court with 3:49 remaining. It's West York 39, Eastern York 38.
West York taking a beat to reset. Like I said, I can't imagine West York doing anything different than running time off the clock right now.
Yeah.
That is what they're known for. We've seen it year after year.
Yes, we have, and of course they have the 1-point lead. Your leading scorers for Eastern York, Carter Walmsley with 17 points, followed by Brady Seitz with 12 points. For West York, your leading scorer, Jay Shooter, Jaden Kohler with 19 points, followed by Chase Cristofalenti with 12 points for West York. All adds up right now for a lead for West York, 39-38, 3:49 remaining in this exciting broadcast from West York. Remind the fans to stay tuned to Sports Shooting Stars postgame as we'll make our way down on the hardwood floor to talk to the players of the game. And we're back coming off the timeout. West York's possession.
It's going to stay West York's ball there in the corner. That's interesting. So West York is going basically with a 5-guard rotation right now. They took out both of their bigs, looking for their shooters here. Luke Hoffman for 3.
Hoffman's 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Eastern York. Now Eastern York
To Carter
with the
Walmsley.
possession.
Carter with his own rebound.
And a chance to take the lead, unsuccessful for Eastern York. It'll be West York's possession. 3:22 remaining.
About 250 fans watching right now, so thank you for tuning into this game. Obviously, it's a big game here for West York and Eastern, cementing their places in the division.
As the 3-minute mark is upon us here. West York still with the 1-point lead, 39-38, and a foul on the play. West York will maintain possession. Inbound pass to Hoffman. The kick out.
Folletti for 3. It's a little long, and there's going to be a foul on the play. It's going down. The foul is going to be on Luke Hoffman. That's going to be his 4th foul.
4th foul.
Luke is really one of the heartbeats of this team. He's gritty. He dives on the floor. He's a big player for this game. And interesting enough, they're going to take Brady out, and they're going to put Brecken in. And Brecken also has 4 fouls.
4 fouls.
Both teams have 3 fouls right now.
And something to keep in mind as maybe potentially this game maybe could go to overtime, and there's a 3-point shot.
And it's good.
Sinks
Eastern
it.
takes the lead.
Wes Crumley.
41-39.
His first points, and boy, what are some big points for West Crumley and off that three and gives Eastern the lead, 41-39.
Although West York's going to be patient, they definitely have to change their strategy now because now they need to score. Jaden Kohler goes to the basket. It's blocked by Carter Walmsley.
On the floor foul.
2 shots.
It's Walmsley's third foul. And the officials trying to get some moisture off the court there.
Honestly, that's interesting because the whistle is blown. It looked like on the second contact, but I guess they were calling Carter's block the foul. And Brecken sinks the first. Score is 40-41 Eastern York. So this foul shot right here could tie the game.
Brecken, with 3 points.
He misses. Eastern York with the rebound.
And now Eastern clinging on to that 1 point lead, 41-40, as we're under 2 minutes in regulation.
So it looks like West York called for a trap there, and Eastern York quickly called their timeout.
Timeout on the court with 1:54 remaining. Eastern York 41, West York 40. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, OSS Health, Thornton Automotive of Dover, Your Medicare Solutions, YMCA of York, Piccolo's Friendly Mover, Fairview Early Learning Center, Basil Insurance with our good friend Greg Basil, BLM Construction and Remodeling with Brian Singer, Vertical Raise, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, Wise Printing, and S3 Performance Training with John Turpak and Ron Johnson. All sponsors of Sports Shooting Stars this basketball season. We thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. And do not go anywhere, sports fans. We'll be with you post-game, as we'll be with the players of the game. And at this point, it could be anyone's game, Brandy, with a 1 point lead for Eastern York now.
Well, they certainly aren't going to make it a boring game for us.
Not at all. Can't say that.
And with 1:53, Eastern has the ball.
Brady Seitz with the ball to give to Walmsley.
They're going to do the same idea by working it around here.
It looks like Eastern's content to bleed some time off the clock. 90 seconds remaining.
And they're shooting it. It looks like it's short there. Thought they were fouled. And they're saying West York was on the line there when they tried to save the ball. Eastern York ball on the end line.
Maintains possession and a stop on the clock. 1:24 remaining.
Carter Walmsley goes up, misses, comes up. Looks like they're hitting the floor for a jump ball. West York gets the ball.
Jaden Kohler with the ball, pushing the ball up court. West York down by 1.
Here we go, the same type. Jaden Okay.
Looks like Matthew Zerby called his second foul.
That's going to be the 5th foul of the game, which means West York will be at the foul line every single foul moving forward.
Yeah, and Jaden Kohler sent to the charity stripe.
Jaden has the opportunity to tie the game here. And he sinks it. Now he has the opportunity to go ahead and take the lead.
Yeah, and 20 points for Jaden Kohler. Another opportunity to add to his point total and give his team the lead, and he does with that second free throw. West York with a 1-point lead now, 42-41, a minute to go. It will be Eastern York's possession.
Well, looked like they were unhappy that they did the sub there. It looked like the sub wasn't at the table. He just kind of came through.
Eastern now being patient, trying to find their shot to potentially give them the lead.
Carter working really hard in there, but not getting open. Eastern York for three,
shot
and it's
sinks
good.
it. Big three by Noah Cunningham. 6 points for Cunningham and gives Eastern a 2-point lead, 44-42.
And a timeout
on the court with 9.2 seconds remaining. Eastern York 44, West York 42.
So now you think about it, right, Tom? West York has 9.2 seconds. Do they go for the win, or do they go for the tie here and seal the deal in overtime?
Interesting. And you would think, who do you put the ball in the hands of right now if you're West York?
Well, if I'm West York, I'm putting it in Jaden Kohler's hands
Kohler.
right now. However, Grady Hoffman has a lot of experience in this type of thing. If I'm driving to the basket, I'm giving it to Luke right now. But the sophomore Chase Crisavati has been a stealth killer recently. So, I mean, they definitely have options here. What needs to happen is Eastern cannot foul on the play. They need to deny the three-point shot, and they cannot foul on the play. West York has two of their key big men in trouble. If they get into overtime, Eastern can exploit that.
Yes.
If they let them shoot, it's going to be bad for business.
It will be West York's ball.
So West York likes to run a play where they lob the ball up and just put it in. Are they going to give sophomore Brecken Lasher that opportunity right now?
Stay tuned, sports fans. 9.2 seconds remaining. And the inbound pass to Hoffman.
Jaden Kohler, they're looking for three.
Off the mark.
2.1
seconds remain.
And West York's going to get a timeout.
Wow.
So it looks like they might have another opportunity here.
West York will have the ball coming off the timeout, but just 2 seconds remain.
They're going to have a play. In my opinion, they're going to go to the play that I said could possibly happen where they lob the ball in. If I'm them, I'm putting Conrad Beatty back in, and I'm giving him the ball at the rim. He has the hops to do it. Yeah. Do they have the confidence in him? I don't know.
Well, it's been a great game. Fans, want to remind you, go to our YouTube chat, recommend some players of the game. They can go either way at this point. Eastern with a 2-point lead, 44-42. Well, this is for all the marbles, Brandy. Here we are.
I'm so excited.
2.1 seconds.
I'm so excited.
Hoffman will be the inbound passer. Kohler, shot blocked. And that is it. Eastern York with the win here.
44-42. That is a three-way tie.
Incredible way to finish this ball game here at West York.
crazy.
What a finish. And again, congratulations to Eastern York with a big dub here over West York, 44-42. An incredible broadcast. Want to remind the fans to stay tuned to our post-game show as we will make our way down to the court to talk to the players of the game. And what a game it is, Brandy.
It was amazing. Down to the wire, just like we thought it was going to be. So we'll make our way down here to talk to the players of the game.
Yes, no doubt about it. Stay tuned. Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you.
Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones.
Welcome back, sports fans. Todd Edwards on the hardwood floor with three big Eastern York players. I'm joined first by Carter Walmsley with 17 points. Carter, talk about the emotions of this game, a big win on West York's court. You came in here and got the dub.
We are, like I said earlier in the week, we knew this was going to be a hostile game, hostile environment, very good team, discipline. Coach Bull always has his guys ready, but, we just believed in ourselves and fought to the end. I think we went to war tonight, and I don't think I want to go to war with anybody else but the guys next to me. And, Noah stepped up, hit a big three late. Brady's been attacking the rim at a different level the past two games, and I think our collective defensive effort, holding them at 40 points, is really the reason that we got over the top and were able to finally get a division.
Yeah, and you may be a little sore. We saw you take some falls here on the hardwood floor tonight.
Just a little bit of ice recovery. We're good. It'll all be good. It's all worth it.
It's all worth it, a big W. Noah Cunningham, you really had that big three to seal the deal. Talk about what was going through your mind there on that final shot.
Coming down to the final seconds, we knew we had to get, a good look. We had all-around good passing, good offense, and, we got Matthew in the paint. They started to collapse on him, and he looked to the corner, and we just knew from there on, we knew our destiny.
You made it look easy from the wing there. Nothing but net there on that shot. Congratulations. Brady Seitz, I'm going to move down here on your side. Sitesville in the house. You had 12 points. Talk about it tonight.
Yeah, big game. we came in with a fire under us. That's 3 straight years they've now beat us, and we felt we had something to prove. We think we should have won these years, and they took it from us. And we just played as a team. That was the big message: is communicate, play as a team, and we'll like the outcome.
No doubt about it. And where do you guys go from here now with this big win?
We take off this weekend, and then Monday we're right back at it, and we got to prep for whoever we're getting in counties. I'm not sure that we know yet. And then every game from here is win or go home. So.
Win or go home, and maybe another district title in your guys' future here. I know you guys were aware of it last year with Giant Center.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's the goal. That's the standard and expectations we've set for ourselves, and we're not going to feel fulfilled if that's not what we do.
No doubt about it. Brady Seitz. Dude Jones, come on in here. I mean, you got some stuff here along with our partner here, Carter Scappa. Your thoughts? I mean, hey, 3 Eastern Golden Knights with a big win here tonight.
Sorry, guys, I forgot my mic up top there, but you guys did a great job here tonight going on the road in a hostile environment, come out with a big-time victory on the road, like I said, right before county, so that's a lot of momentum for you guys moving forward. I want to go ahead and give you guys some accolades for the game tonight. We have Brady Seitz with Player of the Game with the shirt here. Yeah, you put that up for us right there, bro. And then also for BLM Construction Player of the Game, that goes to Carter Wamsley. That's pretty much the defensive guy who played big tonight. It's a great job.
We're proud, guys. Let's get in here, get some pictures, and congratulations to the Eastern Golden Knights. A big W right here on West York's hardwood floor. Big win for Eastern York as a 3-way tie in Division II. Congratulations, guys. Eastern with the win. Brady, good job.
Yeah,
Noah, good job, man. Carter,
also want a quick Noah, real quick. Want to also get Noah here as well. Impact player, hit the big time shot at the end of the game, man. Some great job there tonight, man. Good luck moving forward, guys.
Well, there you have it. A rather gleeful bunch here. Eastern York, Dude Jones, Carter Scappa. Fans are off on the side here for Eastern York. And congratulations to the Eastern York Knights. A big W tonight. And it wraps up our regular season schedule.
Yeah, it definitely wraps up our regular season schedule. It was a great game, but we may have one more game on our regular season, and that may be the Dallastown versus Susquehanna Township game that's going to be held on Tuesday, February 3rd. So that should be one that we're going to look forward to. Hey, good game tonight, guys. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap up here tonight. It was a great game here at West York versus Eastern York, the rubber match pretty much. Yes. So it's a 3-way tie now for Division II. That's York Suburban, West York, and also Eastern York. So it's very competitive.
Yeah, all 3 teams have been on fire in Division II. It's been a hot division, and congratulations to all teams in Division. There were a 3-way tie in Division II.
And also let the fans know we may have one more game on our schedule. Then we go right into the county playoffs. We'll be featuring the semifinals, girls and boys, and also the championships with the girls and boys as well. Then we go right into districts, into states, and things like that. Please follow us on Sports Shooting Stars. Like us on YouTube, on all our social media platforms. For Dude Jones, Todd Edwards, Carter Scappa, we're signing off. Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game
to you.
Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dude Jones.